Hello everybody and welcome back to the Hungry House Husband. Today I am making cinnamon roll cookies. And as I scroll the ingredients up the screen here, I just want to take a moment to wish everybody a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy Kwanzaa, whatever you celebrate. Just do it safely and cook some good food for us, alright? So to start off, we're going to take our butter and with an electric mixer, we want to cream it, get it just to where it almost resembles like a fluffed up cream cheese. Then we're going to slowly add our sugar in. Be sure not to just dump it all in at once. You will regret it when you turn the mixer back on. Then we start to add in our powdered sugar, a little bit at a time. I think I did half at once, half and again there. And then we're going to, once that's combined, add in our vanilla and our 2 eggs. There's 1 and 2. And the bean juice, and we let her go again, just until it's nice and thoroughly mixed together. We don't need to overbeat it. At this point, we want to just add 1 cup of the flour, add your baking powder and your salt, and mix that up really well. And once it reaches a pancake batter type texture, we want to go ahead and start adding in the rest of the flour. Now we want to just go until the flour is nice and incorporated. We're not looking to turn this into a cement brick or anything. Your beaters will get clogged after a while. You're going to have to switch to a spoon, or as I do, a spoonula. And it's going to be a little bit slower going, but you will eventually reach a nice smooth texture that you can't see any more white in. Once all the flour is nice and incorporated, take a piece of plastic wrap. We want to turn out the cookie dough onto the wrap and just kind of smush it flat and then roll it up. I kind of roll mine into like the good old tube shape, kind of like pizza dough. It goes into the fridge for at least 1 hour. For the filling, it's the simplest thing ever. Half a cup of brown sugar, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. Just take a fork, mix it all together. Make sure it's nice and incorporated, that the brown sugar doesn't just kind of push the cinnamon around the bottom of the bowl and doesn't get mixed. And it should resemble kind of like a wet sand when you're done. So what I've done here is taken our dough out of the fridge and put it on some wax paper with a little bit of flour on it. This dough is sticky. It will cling to wax paper like nobody's business. You're going to get tears. It'll cling to your rolling pin, so you're probably going to want to put some wax paper on top as well. But we want to make it about 13 inches long, give or take. So, in order to form a nice long roll that we can cut our cookies from. At this point, we want to go ahead and roll on our softened butter. And then we're going to start sprinkling on the brown sugar cinnamon mixture onto it, and just use the back of your spoon to kind of pat it down to make sure that it sticks. We don't need it falling out the cookie once it's cut. That would not be a good thing. Now to start rolling it, I generally roll it kind of like I'm rolling sushi or a breakfast wrap or something like that. A little bit of tape always helps, but the floured surface usually makes it come clean fairly easily. So be sure we have a nice cylinder shape on our roll, and you'll see as we're cutting that nice pinwheel cinnamon roll type shape that we got going for us here. These things taste exactly like a cinnamon roll, as my wife can attest, as she is the cinnamon roll queen. So definitely a great recipe for Christmas time. I always attribute cinnamon to Christmas for some reason, probably just weirdness, but it works for me. So off to the oven, 350 degrees for 9 to 11 minutes. Here they are out of the oven and ready to start the icing. So for the icing, we're going to combine our powdered sugar along with our softened butter and our softened cream cheese, the vanilla and the milk. We're basically just going to throw all those together, give them a good mixing, and you're going to come out with something that closely resembles a white pancake syrup, is the best way to describe it. Now when it does come to the milk, adding the milk in, you want to add the milk in just a little bit at a time. That's going to allow you to control the consistency. If you want a thicker icing or frosting for the cookie, then just use a little bit less milk and stop there. If you want it to flow and be a bit more creamy, then you can go ahead and add in more milk. I do that, and I did that because these cookies are supposed to be cooled and stored in a cool place. That's because it's going to harden the frosting. The frosting will come out like whipped cream almost, and I just put it here in a Ziploc baggie and then snip the corner on it to just kind of pipe it on. And the whole reason, because the cookie is going to be cooled anyway in the fridge, this icing is going to harden and it becomes more of a like professionally frosted cookie that you would buy in a store. And really, that's all there is to it. Here they are. They haven't gone into the fridge yet, but that really doesn't change the way they look at all. It just hardens the frosting up, and they are nice and crispy. Taste just like a cinnamon roll. Absolutely feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. I would love to hear from you, and it definitely helps the channel out a lot. As always, may your life and your food always have flavor. Bye-bye.